And we're back with Pierre Poilievre, Minister of Parliament for Carleton. Pierre, Buy American policies are threatening us again. I recall in 2009 and 2010, when the Harper government was very successful in negotiating an exemption to Buy America. But this time, things feel a little different. I know you were in the government back in 2009 and 2010, and you were instrumental in helping come up with a solution. What are your thoughts on where we sit now? I know I've spoken to the leader, Aaron O'Toole, and he understands the issue well, but what's the latest? What's going on with Buy America, and where are we?
Well, we're nowhere right now. America has reinstated Buy America policies that for which Harper had secured an exemption during the Obama era. We also have renewed tariffs on Canada's softwood lumber, also something Harper had succeeded in removing. We have the administration blocking the Keystone Pipeline. Now there is a new dispute harming PEI potatoes. Yeah. Of course, the Build Back Better bill, so-called, that Biden wanted to pass was going to provide a discriminatory tax treatment against Canadian-made electric cars. It is actually hard to think of a single thing that this current Liberal government has achieved on Canada-U.S. relations. We're losing on all fronts, and the USMCA, which Chrystia Freeland negotiated, she really negotiated it, was basically put in front of her by the Mexicans and the Americans, and she signed it without objection. Basically got us absolutely nothing we didn't already have from the previous NAFTA, while exposing us to all of these other defeats that I just enumerated. But what we need is a return to professional diplomacy that puts Canadian interests first and fights for our workers and consumers. I
totally agree. And we need it quickly, because Buy America is going to be implemented momentarily, and Canadian manufacturers were going to be shut out of a lot of opportunity in the United States.
Well, it's idiotic policy, as you know, Ves. Back in when they tried it in 2008. California had to tear Canadian pipelines out of the ground,
yes.
Pipings out of the ground, because they weren't made in America. And good thing Harper stepped in, got an exemption, so companies like the one you used to be vice president for were able to continue paying Canadian wages to make product that American states and cities could use in their infrastructure.
Yeah, no, so true. You've really captured that well. Pierre, we have about 1 minute and 30 left. What other policies do you think we need to put in place to unleash Canadian innovation and Canadian innovators?
Well, we should be the fastest place on earth in which to get a building permit. You know, I'll give you an example of a funny contradiction. The government keeps telling us how they love these green jobs. So I just looked up today an article from the Globe and Mail, which says, and I quote, "There are no lithium mines, no lithium processing facilities, and no lithium-ion battery makers in Canada. The country is a minnow compared to the US, Australia, and especially China," end quote. That's from the Liberal Globe and Mail. Now, lithium, of course, is used to make batteries for electric cars. And in this so-called green economy, we can't even mine our own lithium. So we're forced to buy lithium that is mined and processed by coal-burning China, supposedly in the pursuit of a greener transportation system. I mean, the reason we don't have these mines here in Canada is because it takes 5 to 10 years to get anything approved here, whereas they can get done overnight in other places. So we need to speed up building permits for mines, housing, factories, warehouses, and all other kinds of economic infrastructure, so that when dollars come to Canada, they're turned into productive assets that produce wealth and prosperity and paychecks for our people.
On that note, thanks for your time. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Pierre, finance critic and Conservative MP for Carleton. We appreciate you sharing your ideas with us, and we wish you great success. Somehow I sense that your success will be Canada's success too. I'm Ves Sobot, standing in for Jocelyn Bamford. Thank you for watching Canadian Innovators. If you have a story to tell, write us at Canadian Innovators at thenewsforum.ca, and maybe we'll see you on the show soon.